And right into the stretch. Looking back and throws up the middle. Rose is on his way around. Picked up by Otis.
Here comes the ready and nine. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the ready and nine. How you like me now? I say, here comes the boom, ready and nine. Here comes the boys from the south. Boom, here comes the boom, ready and nine. How you like me now?
You don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati.
You are watching live to the Best Damn Cincinnati Sports Podcast, this side of the Best Damn Waffle House on Lebanon. My name is Santori Miles. I'm shirtless Santori because we keep losing again. We got, I guess, the Terminator, Bengal Dad, Cincy James, Big Savage Greg. How we doing? Fuck the Steelers. Yeah.
Doing great.
Awesome.
Not really.
Can't top that. I can't top that off.
I don't know what's happened to you guys in the last 10 days, but I'm ready to kick the Steelers' ass.
Yes. Oh,
JB's going to do it, right?
JB6.
He sure is.
JB6, baby. Browning.
Jakey.
Jackpot Jake.
Jake Shiesty.
Jakey. Jake Shiesty.
Greg.
Jakey B. I like it, Greg. That's great.
No, they did it on Bruce. So I'm like, hey, it does work this way.
That's great.
So I had originally said in our group chat, if Jake Browning pulls off the upset and beats the Steelers, I'll get some kind of Jake Browning jersey. I think it'll just say Shiesty with a 6 on it. And I can just alternate as need be. Also, before we get too far into the show, did you know this show has a name? Dad and I were talking on the phone. We've had like 110 episodes, and I don't think one time in those 110 episodes we've ever actually said "Rally Round the Natty."
That's my new job. Rally round the natty.
There we go. We have a show. That's the name. And welcome to it. It's a lot of forced positivity in this one. Big Dick Jake.
Oh, how about us laughing? Oh, it's great.
Emotions.
Wasn't really doing much laughing the last couple of days. I can
Stop, Greg!
But I'm doing better.
I don't know what you're talking about. Everything's fine.
I'm doing better, though.
Everything's fine.
No, it's because because I was pissed off. Everybody was choosing ham over turkey. That's why I was sad.
Everything is fine.
It is ham over turkey. Every day.
I made.
We're just going to air that the next time somebody gets hurt and it ruins our season. This is fine. We're fine.
This organization has a fetish or something of watching him get hit. Oh, gosh. My friend's a freak, he said.
Here's the deal. I was as upset as anybody when that all went down. Trust me. The idea that the Bengals haven't attempted to protect Joe Burrow, and I'm only going to spend a minute on this because it's absolute nonsense.
20 seconds.
Yeah. The Bengals have the 6th highest cap allotment in the NFL to their offensive line. There's only 5 other teams who have spent more on their offensive line, and they've spent the most of anybody in the NFL on their D-line.
Yeah.
Probably top 2 or 3 in the NFL in the trenches combined. It's not for a lack of effort. It's not for a lack of spending, and it's not for a lack of drafting. Sometimes shit happens.
The attempt is there. Yeah.
Burrow had the 3rd low. He still has the 3rd lowest pressure rate of any quarterback in the NFL this year. Sometimes it's that one nasty hit and it brings everything back. But if they'd have had protection like this the last 2 to 3 years, one, you'd probably have 2 Super Bowl rings and no one would be talking about it. So keep moving forward. It sucks. It is what it is. We got to rally behind Jake Browning.
You know,
Dustin, I know you're kidding, but there are people that are legitimately bellyaching about it.
Rally round the Browning.
Rally round the Browning.
That's how they're protecting the franchise.
Santori, thank you so
Jake
much.
Browning.
I'm tired of seeing ESPN saying stuff like, "Oh, Bengals should be ashamed of themselves for not protecting Joe or not surrounding him." Thank you so much, because I'm tired of. I still got so tired of people saying that they didn't protect Joe. Like you said, stuff happens.
I mean, I also said that in a bit of rage on Twitter, so I can't act like I'm innocent. But, cooler heads prevail. It is what it is. Give it a couple days, you think a little bit clearer. And that's what my clear mind's telling me, is they've spent a shit ton of money, and he was like one of the least sacked quarterbacks in the NFL this year. Shit happens. Is what it is. But we need to be positive. We got Jake Browning. We got Jake the Snake, Big Dick Jake, Jake Shiesty, JB6, whatever you want to call him. Jake, he's here.
Bacon Jake.
Sure. And I'll tell you what, he is a cocky son of a gun in that presser. Did you watch it?
Yeah. Everywhere he's been, he's won.
And he's sneaky athletic.
Yep.
My wife is home. It's been like a week. I haven't seen her in a minute.
He threw to John Ross in college too.
They can hear you, but you can't hear them.
Hey.
Hello.
They're saying hi.
Hi. Hi. I missed you.
Oh. Licked me. Oh, my God. Okay.
Hey, you're shirtless. What do you expect?
Look.
I mean,
It's what it is.
yeah.
So let's talk about what we need to be concerned with Mr. Browning.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I think there's something to be concerned about.
No, there's nothing.
Bengal Dad, there's nothing. I don't know why you would think such a thing.
Well, I'm concerned about him reading the defense. I'm concerned with the confusion factor that's probably going to occur.
Well, that's going to happen with anybody. That's not a Jake Browning problem. It's an inexperience problem.
Well, it doesn't have to be a Jake Browning problem, but he's our quarterback, so it's his problem. I'm worried about that.
Semantics.
I
I'm not
understand
worried
it.
about his arm strength or his running or any of those tangible things. I'm worried about the intangibles.
I will say this, and I'll put it out there, and this is not me being
Mr. Homer.
no, it's not. I'm trying to find the right way to say it, because unfortunately, 5 years ago, I was not cataloging my draft analysis like I do now. So there's no effort. But the best thing I can do is to put out my opinion before he actually takes a snap as a full-time starter. So I guess we can post-date it this way. I had a second-round grade on Jake Browning. I know a lot of people didn't like him. I don't remember exactly where he got drafted. It doesn't fucking matter, quite frankly. I like Jake Browning. I thought he had a good enough arm. I thought he was smart enough. I thought he was athletic. He was quick. He could run. He's the only quarterback in the history of the NFL to make John Ross work. So there's that. And several have tried. So I liked Jake Browning in college. I wanted him as a backup out of college 4 or 5 years ago, whatever it was. I was much higher on him than most. So we'll leave it at that. If he falls on his face, I'll take an L. It is what it is. I don't hit on all of them.
He was undrafted.
Okay.
Is what he was.
That was a mistake. I had a second-round grade on him. I had an early third to mid-second.
Wait, are you saying Jake the mistake Browning?
No, it was a mistake that he didn't get drafted.
I know. I'm kidding.
Well, no, Santori, you told me one time we got McCarron in the 5th round. Didn't you have a second-round grade on our other quarterback, McCarron, too?
I had a second or third on him.
Yep, there you go.
Again, something else I got made fun of, and he almost just beat the Steelers in the playoffs until Jeremy Hill shit all over it.
Yep.
And I don't care what people say when that McCarron game where they go, oh, we played like terrible for 3 quarters. It's not how you start. It's how you finish. And every coach will tell you that. And I hold true to it.
It's the complete body of work.
And the complete body of work was McCarron throwing a game-winning touchdown pass with under 2 minutes left against that defense in that division, in that environment, in the rain.
I was going to say in the weather, yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, what more do you ask for?
It rained every time we had the ball. It rained. Never for the Steelers, but it did for us.
God was on their side.
Yep.
Poseidon.
Him and his trident.
No, it really did, though.
I don't remember the weather pattern. I remember a lot from that game. I don't remember the weather pattern.
I remember leaving in the third quarter.
I just remember the next day was my
remember
birthday.
leaving in the third quarter, and I remember walking back to the car and hearing the stadium scream, and that was the Martavius Bryant butt catch. That really wasn't a catch.
Really wasn't a catch.
No. But in lieu of sounding like a bunch of crybabies from a decade ago, we have a game to talk about this week. And here's the thing. It's freaking level. As much as everybody likes to complain, oh my God, they lost Joe Burrow. Here's the deal. Matt Canada was like the worst offensive coordinator in the history of ever. Okay? He sucked. He was so bad that the Steelers have a winning record and said, we can't
The
do this.
Steelers are in the playoffs right now, and they
Firing.
the coordinator.
You know how bad you have to be in the playoffs firing people? There's a problem there. Okay.
10 points a game just ain't cutting it.
And here's the thing. I think everybody would agree at this point that there is a vast talent and production discrepancy between Pickett and Burrow. The discrepancy is not that far between Pickett and Browning.
Right.
Okay. Steelers now have a new system that is probably going to be very mild and catered. It's just going to be called different, very run-based. You're going to see a lot of Jalen Warren is my guess. They're probably going to try and get Najee Harris going, which is a losing battle. Maybe some quick passes, some screens. It's not going to be an adventurous, deep, creative, oh my God, offense.
Would it be a Mike White type of offense?
No, Mike White is significantly better than Kenny Pickett. I said what I said.
Okay.
Here's the deal. It's going to be a tough game. Tomlin's a good coach.
Yep.
The Steelers' defense is better than the Bengals' defense. The Steelers' offense, even with Browning, I would venture to say is still better than – or the Bengals' offense with Jake Browning is still probably better than Kenny Pickett, especially with a new coordinator, than the Steelers' offense. So defense, Steelers. Offense, Bengals. Special teams, maybe a draw. The Bengals are typically pretty solid on special teams.
Right.
And the Bengals are at home. I know everybody was kind of up in arms when they saw the picks where like the 10 ESPN people do their picks.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care that they all pick the Steelers. That stuff's never bothered me.
Right.
And it's not it's an underdog. It's right where I want them. I don't pay attention to that. I pay attention to the scores. Every single one of those was within 2 or 3 points.
Yeah, it was.
Even every analyst is like, oh, this is going to be pretty close.
No, who cares? You know?
And the funniest damn thing about it is that the Bengals pull this one out Sunday, the Steelers are in last place.
I'll take that.
After all that.
Yep.
So we are right in the middle of fuck the Steelers week. We're going to be having homemade Cincinnati chili down at the tailgate. It's going to be a damn good time. 50 West beer that's been in my car the entire season.
We got more beer coming Saturday, Santori.
Jesus Christ.
We're getting reloaded.
We do need to get rid of the beer that's in Santori's cooler, though.
Yeah, I look like a raging alcoholic.
Santori, there's no such thing as not enough beer.
I look like I have a problem.
You haven't left milk in there, have you?
We're going to ignore that. It's been cold.
What else we got on our side for Sunday?
Orange tops, black bottoms.
Orange.
We have only lost one game in the orange top, black bottom combination.
I'm
ever.
assuming, are we wearing black bottoms?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Wow.
orange socks,
Yes.
too.
And orange socks. It's going to look good.
Yes.
It would not surprise me if they come out and win this game like 15-12. It's just the ugly
I'll
ass.
take it.
The ugly ass AFC North.
That's a Colorado Rockies score right there.
As long as we do what we always say and score more points than the other team,
Mm-hmm.
And
We'll be
any
in
word
great
on T.
shape.
Higgins?
On who?
T.
I
He
haven't
is
paid
supposed to
attention.
practice. I think he is supposed to practice today.
He's supposed to practice. Practice would have been over.
Oh, well, that's a good
It's 7
question.
o'clock, Coach.
Yeah, well, Coach, man, I've been
We're in a night practice.
I've been running errands like crazy.
We're practicing on top of the bubble.
Jeff
They
is
did have
filming
a
it.
night practice last week, but that's
No, he wasn't dressed, but he was jogging up the hill.
That doesn't do much for him when you got a rib problem.
He's got a hamstring problem.
All I know is
He's
we're going to
hamstring. I thought it
see
was rib.
No, he's done with the ring.
hamstring.
He's done with the rib. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just making its way down. So we are going to probably see a good dose of Irwin a good dose of Chase, a good dose of Hudson. That would be my guess.
Which, listen,
No, Greg, get off the Yoshivas thing. He's in the doghouse. He might not get a target the rest of the year.
Listen, if it is a big dose of Trent Irwin, who does Jake Browning toss to most of the time in practice before Burrow got hurt?
That's why I think
we
it's
saw
gonna be
that
Irwin.
last week.
Yeah. So that's kind of a safety blanket for him.
If last week did have any kind of indication, and I know Baltimore struggled with this, and apparently you're not allowed to say anything bad about Baltimore. They were running the ball well until that game got a little out of hand.
Yes.
We were controlling that.
If Zach Taylor can give the Steelers enough of a reason to respect Jake Browning's arm, whether that's screens, slants, whatever, I'd be okay starting out the game with a flea flicker and saying, let's fucking go, and just seeing what they do. Like, what do I have to lose at this point, right?
Right.
As long as you give them a situation where they can't load the box, maybe the run game's coming around.
Yeah. And Minka's not back there, right? At safety? Isn't he still hurt?
I don't give a shit. He sucks.
Well, I just mean,
fucking dumpster fire.
Like
I believe he is hurt.
He's always hurt.
Yeah.
He's in the Joe Burrow category. They're made of glass. Except he's the one delivering the hit, so I don't know why he's getting hurt. He must be softer than Sharman, I'll tell you what.
He did not practice again today.
Yeah, well, he's
and
soft.
neither did Pickens.
George Pickens is out?
Yeah, he said he wasn't practicing.
That might be.
It's Wednesday. That might just be a veteran's thing.
The George Pickens, shin, did not practice.
Shin?
Shin.
Shin?
Yes.
Shin or shin?
I'm kidding.
Shin, S-H-I-N.
Shin.
Shin.
Sue Chu.
Yeah. Since I don't know what I can't.
His leg.
God. This is I was like Step Brothers. Maybe I can help with the whole Pam Pan situation.
Minka's also dealing with a hamstring.
You're a day late to that conversation. We already discussed that.
That's all right.
Pork chop!
He's here.
Is Hubbard going to play? Like, what's going on with that?
He's supposed to practice. And just kidding. Hubbard, looking up right now.
That was good, Greg.
And this has been.
No. He was in practice, all dressed up, clocked in for practice.
He was all dressed up.
Clocked in. He clocked in.
I like it.
He was stretching in practice.
He had a top hat. He had tails on. He was ready to go.
He ran on the field, pulled out a computer, and logged into ADP real quick. Clocked in.
I like it.
Yes.
I'm here, boss. Not using PTO today.
That's funny. Yeah, Santori, you actually had a good point. We are doing the FTS versus Bengals preview. Greg, be ready. This is brought to you by.
Shit.
This is brought to you by.
Keep saying bye. Keep saying bye.
Don't read it, Greg.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Just say
I got it. All right, I'm ready. Midwest Best Barbecue.
Best.
Are you looking for great food, great atmosphere, and even better people? Well, look no more for the Midwest Best Barbecue and Creamery. Head on down to 669 Justice Court in Lebanon to chow down on their wings, barbecue mac and cheese sandwiches, ice cream, and so much more. They even offer catering services, too. And to top things off, the owners, Tim and Nicole, are massive Bengals fans. Don't wait. Go to www.midwestbestbarbecue.com to get your carry-out or delivery order placed, or go dine in to enjoy the sights and smells of Midwest Best Barbecue.
Whoa.
Free, which is Wednesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sunday, 12 p.m. to 7 p.m.
All right,
Greg
couple
had
things
a
here.
puberty moment.
Yeah, a couple things. Greg's balls dropped halfway through that last one. Best.
Yeah, I had to change it up a little bit. I got tired.
You also said, I think you flipped two words in there and created a new menu item that I'm very excited about.
What's
You
that?
said barbecue mac and cheese sandwiches.
Oh, there we go. Hey, I just started something.
Tim and Nicole, barbecue mac and cheese sandwiches.
Savage sandwiches, we'll call them.
Savage sandwiches. Put it on the menu.
Thank you. I just mistakenly created something.
Send the check.
I love that. Brought to you
way-
by Oh Shit.
Yeah, that segment was brought to you by. Oh, shit.
The other thing I want to mention, Dad apparently You are out of uniform. Where's your 1985 white T-shirt tonight?
It's gone. My Simon Cowell has left the building.
I've got one on. I've got a white T-shirt on.
I've got my jersey, but it's a little snug on me, but I do like it.
I need Pork Chop to make me a new white T-shirt.
You should.
Oh, that'd be good.
It'll just say milk shots. That'll be it.
No, just
Pork
my white
Chop, you
T-shirt.
watching this right now?
Just a plain white T-shirt.
Brought to you by Pork Chop.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so that was the Steelers talk. Let's get into another sponsor with our sleeper players of the week, brought to you by Script Coffee. Also, I am very sorry, Stephen Huff. It has been a hellacious week, and I still have that container of coffee in my car.
Uh-oh.
Script Coffee.
I will get it to you.
Has in his hands
I will
right
get
there.
it. I'll get it to you Friday. I love you.
Look at that. 2 bags of Script Coffee. I don't even have to say anything. Just look at the screen. If you drink coffee, you're going to probably like this stuff. That's what I'm being told. It's good stuff. Scriptcoffee.com.
Also, good air freshener. It's a good air freshener, by the way, too.
Coffee is a great air freshener. That's
Yes, it
legit
is.
thing.
Yes.
Everybody likes the smell of a Joe.
Of a bean.
Bengal Dad, pork chops, gotcha.
Bengal Dad. Gonna go
All
white
right.
T-shirt for Christmas.
Match my hair.
Sleeper player of the week. I've got mine.
I got mine.
I'm gonna go last because mine's very controversial.
Bengal
And
Dad,
I'm gonna upset a lot of people with it.
Did I need to change mine, Bengal Dad, or did you change yours?
I didn't change mine. We can have the same sleeper player of the week.
I've got heartburn.
I think we all three did, because I think I have the same one, too.
Hey, you ain't got mine. I'm gonna piss some
You
people
go
off.
first, Bengal Dad.
Yeah, Bengal Day, go ahead.
Godfather.
Jake Browning.
We got to list his nicknames.
Anything else about him?
No, I mean, there's not much more to talk. I can't talk about him yet. I haven't seen him really play. Do we get the Jake Browning from the first 4 or 5 plays of when he took over? The Jake Browning when he was getting blitzed to hell and back during most of the game, or the Jake Browning when the defense went soft? I hope we get the Jake Browning from the very beginning of when he came in.
I hate going soft.
Because he had some misdirection to him. He was throwing the ball downfield a little bit. He looked confident. Looked very confident with T.I. But that's what I want to see him do. But I think Pittsburgh, you can always beat Pittsburgh across the middle and over the linebackers. It's always been how you beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's got the power of the arm to do that. He can get it in there. So I hope they let him just play football. And that should bring us up to something else to talk about, but that'll be after this segment. And I know my son has a take on the play calling between Joe Burrow and Jake Browning.
Oh.
So I thought
I'm gonna piss off a lot of people tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was Jake Browning, but it was something else I had him for. I'm going to go Joe Mixon. Like Santori was saying, we got to start running the ball more, include the running game. Joe Mixon definitely needs – I know we've said it a lot, but this game he definitely needs to step it up.
I'm going to go with the safety blanket, Trenton Irwin. That's
Velveeta.
That's what I'm going with. I wouldn't be surprised.
Should I get a Trenton Irwin jersey that just says Velveeta on the back?
Why not?
Do you think he'd sign it?
Sure.
Why not? Yeah. Just be like, hey, and then turn it around, and it says Velveeta. Oh, my God.
Smooth as silk. He's smooth as Velveeta. I love it.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him get 75 yards and a tutty. Go ahead, Santori.
Okay. Evan McPherson.
Why is that going to make people mad?
Because he's having a very average career outside of his run that he had for the Super Bowl about 2 years ago.
Oh, you're going to get a nickname.
I
Kicker
know.
bully.
It's coming.
Bully. Evan is perfect this year from 40 to 49, which is great, but Randy Bullock could have done that. We drafted Evan to be able to hit 50-plus yard field goals, and he's not doing that very well this year. He's hitting at 82% for his career, which is also worse than Randy Bullock and also worse than Shane Graham. He is currently the 42nd ranked kicker all time But there's about 20 current kickers that are also have a higher field goal percentage above him. If you're going to get in these AFC North slugfest games with field position battle, I'm going to need him to start hitting some long ones because they're going to need it. He needs to step his shit up. They didn't draft him to hit from 40. Greg could do that.
Thank you.
There's new boots he got.
There's new Carolina boots. I love them.
Santori, he's actually perfect from 49 and in.
Yeah, that's what I said. From 40 to 49.
No,
perfect.
I mean 49 to 0. He's perfect.
Well, I'm glad he can hit from 12 yards.
Yeah,
you know?
I just think he hasn't missed
Okay,
one.
I've hit from 30. That's not an issue, okay?
Yeah, I was just surprised to see that. I figured he missed one in there.
He's missing everything that's like difficult. I need a little bit more. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he's bad.
Everything is difficult. He's missing some.
I was going to say like his he's missing the most difficult kicks.
Sure,
and
but
he's made
that's why he
else.
was drafted.
No, I was going to say. I mean, like I can't expect to make a 52-yard field goal all the time because he'll nail a 56-yard after that. But no, I get what you're saying, though, Santos.
He should be hitting 52 with these. That's a problem if he can't. The league is changing, and I've had this conversation with my dad several times. That's like having a pitcher that throws 99 miles an hour. It's not special anymore. The length isn't special. I need some accuracy. Right. Anybody can hit. Half the kickers in the league can hit from 60. They really can. Mm-hmm. That's not anything crazy. We need a little something more.
Yeah, it's just not half the kickers in the league aren't accurate from that far.
He's not either.
The biggest problem with missing those long field goals is you set the other team up so well with field position.
Yeah.
That's the part that's damaging.
And I love Evan, don't get me wrong, but they did sign him for those bigger kicks, and he hasn't been hitting them. So it's a little I'm going to need some of those if you really want to save the season, because you're going to have some drives stalling around the 30, 40-yard line a lot if they get that far at this point. He's going to be a main weapon
on the little fella.
I do love Evan, okay, but he's the epitome of average right now. 82%.
Okay, next segment.
Next segment brought to you by Mead.
Hold on. I have no mouse, so I'm slow.
Oh my God.
I'm getting there. Brought to you by Birmingham.
Close your eyes. Take a journey with me. You've just driven 7 hours from North Carolina into Cincinnati, Ohio. You're tired. You're hungry. You really want Waffle House, but you can't justify eating it sober. So what do you need? Birmingham Meadery. Need a little bit of that sweet Viking sweat in your blood. Bring up that blood alcohol sweat Viking content to 100%. And then go get you some waffles. Use our code HOODAY9. Get 15% off shipping 2 bottles or more. Even to Montana. Not Pittsburgh this week. They can go fuck off.
Oh, my Lord.
I hate them. I don't ever really cut loose with Pittsburgh, but they it's awful. Like in Transformers when the stadium blew up, and I was like, ha, good.
You mean Batman?
Whatever it was. Whatever movie that Heinz Field obliterated, I was like, that's a good one.
Yeah, The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Ashley's throwing trees at me.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Anywho, Birmingham. What are we doing? Bold predictions. I haven't prepared for any of this.
Oh, no, I'm ready.
Go ahead, Greg.
You know my bold prediction, Jake Browning. 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
I love that. I love that. Is that all?
That's bold
Greg?
enough.
That's my boldness.
Okay. I'm going to go with 100 yards rushing from Mixon and 100 yards receiving from Chase. That's my bold prediction. Both of them hitting a hundo.
Very bold.
and spicy.
Cupcake. This is great. I don't even know what's happening right now.
From Raiders?
Where's it from?
Mom.
It's from your mom? All right. That's
Oh,
probably
nice.
nice. All right. Can't talk shit about my in-laws tonight. 25 points for the Bengals. Specifically, 6 field goals and a touchdown.
Ooh.
All right. A lot
That'd
on
be
the
a-
money for
that'd
money
be-
back.
I've got confidence he can hit 6. I don't know what distance, but he can hit 6. I'm expecting a lot of stalled drives and then something to happen where we score one.
49 and in, right?
Yeah.
That's all we need.
Get me to the 32-yard line, please.
Speaking of, Pork Chop said, Mac hit a 0-yard field goal.
Right.
I was just saying that all the way in is where he's perfect. That's it. Oh, Dart's got one. 5 team sacks.
Oh, nice.
Bengal Dad.
Well, mine's a pretty mild prediction compared to your guys. I just have a touchdown for Trenton Irwin.
Ooh.
There we go.
Trenton's going to score a touchdown.
I'm going to give a bold prediction for Pittsburgh. Okay. I'm trying to imagine that I'm on that end right now. And I don't like it. But this is more going to be a slam at the Steelers than anything. 2 touchdowns and no picks for Kenny Pickett because he's never done that in his career. He's had 1 game with more than 1 touchdown, and I guarantee you there was a pick in it.
You're kidding me.
He's only had 1 game with multiple touchdowns in his career.
I hope he throws more completions to the Bengals than he does to George Pickens.
As long as they're not in the end zone.
Well, if Pickens is playing.
Yeah. He may not with that shin injury.
Shin.
The old shin,
Not by the hair.
shin.
Not by the hair of his shitty shin.
Yeah. He's only got 6 touchdowns all season.
Who?
Kenny Pickett.
Travis Kelce's only got 5.
Kenny pick 6.
Well, Travis Kelce, I think he's retiring after this year.
Who knows?
Well, he's
Whatever,
waiting-
it's whatever Swifty says.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if I would blame him at that point.
Exactly.
I have a billionaire pop star girlfriend who wants to get married. I've won a Super Bowl. Let's go to this stage of life.
Yep.
All right. Game picks.
Ooh.
Brought to you by Noodles on a Shirt.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
What about Powerball?
Oh, yeah.
How dare you?
Powerball. Sorry.
Powerball.
I'm sorry. I haven't done this in like 2 weeks. I'm off my groove. I got depressed and vacated the premises.
So Powerball is brought to you by nothing. You know what Powerball is brought to you by?
Rally around the natty.
Rally around the natty.
I'm going to eat this cupcake one bite.
There you go.
Powerball is a Mike Hilton pick 6.
Ooh. Now that's spicy.
He's going to do it again to the Steelers.
All right.
I'm here for all of that. And Santori eating cupcakes in one bite.
You know the other thing that was so depressing about what happened last Thursday? Is I think Joe was on his way to a really big second half, and my 350 was looking pretty good. My Mixon 100 yards was looking pretty good.
Uh-huh.
I think everything was going to line up, and Justin Tucker was going to wide right at the end, and we were going to win.
It'll happen next year.
Yep.
Just 1 year late. That's all, Bengal Dad.
Yeah,
That's your
mark-
Powerball.
Mark it
Next
down.
year,
This date in 2024.
When we have time, I want to bring up a former Bengal who's really pissed off at the media right now, but we'll wait till we have time.
We got to do our game picks. Brought to you by Noodles on a Shirt.
brought to you by Three-Way City, bringing the sights and culture of Cincinnati to fashion. Named after the traditional Cincinnati-style chili spaghetti, our good friend Adam founded Three-Way City with Cincinnati in mind. From hats to shirts to jackets, grab a piece of Cincinnati on threewaycity.com today. Boom.
Game
Okay.
picks.
We're going to rip through these,
Yeah.
and then I'll write them down later because my back hurts. I'll be honest.
We sent them all to you, so you got them.
Oh, I haven't looked at them. I saw the text. I haven't written anything down. Jags and Texans. Give me the Jags.
Jags.
Texans.
Jaguars.
Texans.
Greg, you suck. All right. Colts and Bucks. Bucks and Colts. I can't read. Give me Baker.
I'm going Colts, even though we need the.
I forget what the hell I said in the text. Here we go. I wrote it down on our board. Bucks.
You want that?
Over.
Okay.
Over.
Colts it is. Brownies at 7-3 against the Broncos. Give me the horses. I think the Browns are about to hit Skid Row here.
You hit the Santori. I think they're going to win the Super Bowl, man. I don't want it to happen. But
Greg, I don't know why you think a team with a backup quarterback is going to win the Super Bowl.
look what they've been doing lately, Santori. They've been the leprechauns on their side.
Greg, I don't know what their schedule is.
That's an elf.
I don't know what the schedule is, but they're going to lose the next 2 in a row.
Santori, I want you to be right. I will French kiss you if you're right.
Please don't.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
Oh no!
All right, Browns, you need to win.
But no, I'm very. You know what? You know my formality, Santori. I'm picking Browns as a formality.
You say formality, technicality. You're just going to all the alities.
I know, right? I'm an outie.
I'm an innie. All right.
I'm taking the Broncos.
I'm going with the Browns.
You suck. Bills and Eagles. Eagles. I think the Bills are like starting to hit Skid Row as well.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yep. Same.
You're gonna hate me,
Oh my God.
Glenn. What's up, Glenn? Glenn, I got you, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Jets and Bills. They're playing 2 games this
Wait a
week.
second.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait.
No, you can delete that one. I didn't delete it. That's all
Ravens and Chargers. Give me the Chargers.
right. Sorry. Bills twice. in a row.
Ravens.
Yeah, I've got the Ravens too.
Chargers.
Ratbirds.
Chargers. Guy, fuck the Steelers and the greatest team of all time. Give me the Bengals.
Give me a T. My formality T.
All right, and then there was your Powerball down in the abyss.
Oh,
I'd put it up there.
pick 6.
Lutherisms.
Woo!
Okay. In honor of Thanksgiving, we're going to do pies for this. And I got to pick my Lutheranisms. We're going to start out with Kenny Pickett. You know what Kenny Pickett is, by the way, Santor had to correct me on my grammar. He knew what I meant. He is a mincemeat pie. I tried it, and you know what I did? I took that pie and threw it out the goddamn window, and I'm never eating that ever again. I mean, mince and meat? Who the hell wants that?
What's mince?
I have no idea, but it's crap.
It's just cut up meat.
Yeah, it's minced meat. Yeah,
Mince
cut up.
meat. Okay.
Okay, I don't need to drink it, know what eat it, know what it tastes like. It was so bad I threw it out the window.
Like minced
So,
garlic.
in
Who
honor
wants
of our
meat in
quarterback,
their pie unless it's a pot pie.
I know, right? So in honor of our
Or
new
shepherd's
quarterback,
pie.
in honor of our new quarterback, Jake Browning, he is a shoe fly pie. A shoe fly pie. Yeah. I have never tried it, but I looked it up. It looks great. It looks awesome. But I never tried it or anything. And I'm not going to be able to try it tomorrow or anything at Thanksgiving. But someday I want to, and I can't wait to see what this shoe fly pie does Sunday.
Maybe you can try some Sunday.
Yes. Santori, make a shoe fly pie for Sunday.
I don't even know what the hell a shoe fly pie is.
It was made by the pioneers, the Amish. Just go to the Amish country and ask for one.
Listen, if I go to the Amish country and I'm going out, it's called Seaman, Ohio. If I go out that way, I'm getting one of them giant ass donuts that they make.
Well,
down
get
at
that
the,
along your way.
It's like this giant donut.
If you go to Amish country, they're not going to let you come back.
No, they might be like, the Messiah has returned.
You have the beer. Yeah, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Santori, just get me a mincemeat pie.
I'm not getting you
No,
anything
not mincemeat,
after you
after
said you're going to
shoe
French
fly.
kiss me.
Shoe fly. Give me a shoe fly.
Gosh. Yeah, pork chop is not happy with your take there.
Poor chop's not happy with me in a lot of things. So what difference does it make?
So, Greg, who is mad at everybody? You said
So Barry Sanders' new documentary is coming out, and I haven't seen it yet. But apparently, Scott Mitchell, former Bengals quarterback, is pissed off. They all blamed it on Scott
Mitchell should suck because he's bad.
No, he literally went on Facebook. You have to look it up. He said, "Fuck." He said, "F everybody, F this, F that." I mean, TMZ reported this. That's how I found out about it.
Maybe it wasn't as bad.
But no, better. Literally, people were blaming Scott Mitchell. That's why Barry Sanders retired, because he didn't have a team around him. But Scott Mitchell, can we all agree, he didn't pan out for us either here, right?
The greatest left-handed quarterback in Bengals history. Put him in the Ring of Honor.
Uh-oh.
Didn't he throw a right-handed pass?
Yeah, like Burrow does every week. So they got something in common.
Yeah, Scott Mitchell, though, man, he's not too happy right now. So,
well, you know what? That's because he got fat and can't throw anymore.
Oh, yeah, wasn't he on Biggest Loser or something?
I think so. I sound really mean. I hope he's
no. We're biggest. Just so people know, is Biggest Loser means losing weight, and not like you're actually a loser.
Greg, stop calling a quarterback a loser.
That's tough.
Yeah.
But Santori, you wanna update us on the jersey giveaway sponsored by Midwest Bet?
I haven't added it yet. I've got a shit ton of screenshots that have been sent to me over the last week. We have easily cleared over $1,000. I haven't got the total, but it's probably closing in on 1,500.
Yes, I think
so. There's a couple people.
That's going to be one hell of a jersey.
There's a few people who have donated a few $100s a piece.
Yes.
So everybody that's doing everything, whether it's $10, I've seen 20, I've seen 200, 300, 400. I mean, we're starting to get some stuff poured in.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's just everything that we hope is, helping your community.
We're going to get our boss.
We do not keep any money.
No, we don't. I need you to freaking disclaimer.
I don't keep the money. I don't ask you to pay for my bus. There's no subscriptions to my tailgate.
And to be clear, these are just receipts that they've already paid to a charity. Like, it never came to us.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I'm poor. I don't even have a shirt.
You can't wear a shirt.
Is the deadline officially closed to donate, or
no, not yet.
When is the deadline to let everybody know?
We plan on announcing everything Monday, so I guess Sunday night at midnight.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because I need time to actually collect and add and figure everything out because I'm kind of dumb.
Shoot.
There's just receipts floating around everywhere. I need to make sure I collect them all.
You all right there, Bengal Dad?
What are you doing?
My battery's about to die, and then my nose started to itch. That's a really bad combination.
Yeah, you leaned over and rubbed your nose, and we were like, "What are you doing over there?"
It's a tick I have. When I do that 3 times, the Bengals win.
Okay, well,
we're
too short.
Well, James and Santori, consider the fact you guys are my fantasy football league. As the commissioner of the league, and Pork Chops in the chat, you have till November 29th to make a trade, but please don't, because I don't want anybody complaining.
I have not looked at that league in probably 3 weeks.
Well, James is in first, and I'm the only one that's beat him, and I'm tied in second. And you're saying, Tori, you still can make the playoffs. James is the only one that has clinched the playoffs.
I won my league last year and forgot that I was in it, so that was cool.
Oh, gosh.
Damn.
I didn't do roster moves the whole year or anything. I completely forgot about it. And then I opened it in week 12, and I was like, yeah, this is about when playoffs start. And it was like, you won. And I was like, oh, cool.
All right.
How much money did you win?
It was free.
Hold on.
What?
The name for mincemeat pie is a little misleading.
Is it Kenny Pickett?
No. This is from Pork Chop, okay? Ingredients: 2 oranges, 2/3 a cup of sugar, 1.5 pounds of Granny Smith apples, peeled, cored, and cut. 1.5 pounds of Macintosh apples, peeled, cored, and cut. That sounds pretty tasty to me.
Actually, that does sound tasty.
Where's the beef?
Uncle Bill, you lied to me. You messed it up. You put marshmallows in the mincemeat pie. It was just my Uncle Bill's mincemeat pie.
Where's the beef?
Yeah, where's the beef?
Yeah.
We need
I
that.
feel like I'm in a Wendy's commercial.
Arby's?
Well, thanks a lot, Uncle Bill.
Whatever.
I'm just saying. No, I'm kidding. He's taking me to rest.
That's we got the meats. Sorry.
James, when you're sitting there like that stripe on your shoulder kind of goes right with the woodwork behind you.
Yeah, it does.
Looks like it's like continuing to like a
Yeah,
horseshoe.
right there
Whee! Yeah.
with my Weller barrel head.
It does.
Yes.
It really does. It really does.
One of my favorite ones of that, and I guess this is going to get a little like rated PG-13, but people will take pictures out in front of the Animal Kingdom sign, and they'll stand in the middle of the word animal, and it'll read Anal Kingdom because they cover up
They're like, move this way a little bit.
half the
Yeah,
letters.
back that way.
ANAL Kingdom. Lols. Next time we're in Disney, we're going to get a picture of you in front of the Animal Kingdom sign, Dad.
Yeah, Disney's never going to sponsor Rally Round the Natty.
Oh, thanks,
Why not?
shirtless
I tell you,
Santori.
I bet they could spare $20.
Yeah.
Help!
Oh man. So, do we need to move on to Big Savage? Getting us fired up
Oh no. Where's my
every week. It's like this is part of the gig.
Okay. I got
Every week
something.
you look for your BSG
All right.
headband. You can't find it, and then you come in with a different hat.
Yeah, it happens all the time. All right, let's get this show on the road. Let's do
All
that.
right, Big Savage Greg is going to get us fired up for the Steelers game. Greg, you know the drill. You're going to have 10 seconds once I start the video. Are you ready?
Yes.
That's my trash you done made, so you bagged him. I'm a savage. Yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty.
We're going to come sneak attack the Steelers. When they come in here, they're not going to see anything. Because you know why? Because Jake Browning!
Oh,
No.
I'm sorry, Greg. I haven't done it in so long. I had to.
All right.
I love you, Greg. You know I don't mean that out of spite, but that one was good.
Jake Browning's going to lead the way. We are under the cane. We're under the bushes right now. We have our tiger eyes set on them when they're walking in there. And you know what's going to happen? Jake Browning, our leader, is going to come out and kick some JBS.
This was a last second thought. But it worked out pretty good.
Why did you take your shirt off?
Why did you take your shirt off?
Because that's me. I don't know
We're
what you're doing.
skins. Santori, we're skins.
It's shirts and skins. Okay.
That sounded like a savage Yoda to me.
I liked it.
Yeah. The last second decision there, Santori.
Jerseys and skins. That's what we're
He
playing.
called an audible.
I had to think of something. I got to think of a new storytelling thing. Maybe I'll be Gandalf next time or something.
50% shirtless rally show.
Hey, maybe that'll get the subs up.
Your mom's been coming back for a while now.
Yep, that's true.
Oh my god.
Okay, hey. Pork Chop sent us that. I believe that's his daughter.
Yeah. Oh my lord.
There it is.
You got to say something, and somebody will find it.
Uh-huh. See? It's just the way the internet works. I love it. Pork Chop, he and his family have just done everything.
Yep.
So if I say, he's like, you know what? I've got the recipe for mince pie right now. You know what? I've got an Anal Kingdom picture right now. You know what? I can make you a white shirt right now. It's just bang. Just cracking everything out of there, man.
I'm just going to tell you, Darth, it's not going to be me.
Bengal Dad's getting naked. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
No,
Oh, we're gonna have 3 shirts, 75% shirtless now. The skins.
Right.
well, the good thing is the Bengals are going to win Sunday, and we're going to be
Yep.
6-5.
That's
And the
right.
Steelers will be in last place where they
And we'll
belong.
have another week to feel like, hey, we got Jake Browning. He's getting a little better now.
I love it.
It's
And-
going to be like, you know what? Oh, my God. The Jags won. And then it's like, oh, the Eagles won. And then the Bengals won. And now we're back in the 7th place for the wild card. And you're like,
right.
with Jake Browning, here we come.
JB6. Santori, run down the tailgate news for this weekend. real
We're
quick.
having one. It's
Well
not
done.
sponsored by anyone. We have beer and me. And we'll have weenies.
Homemade Skyline, right?
Yep.
Or homemade Cincinnati chili.
Yeah. Homemade Cincinnati chili. My recipe. I'm not giving it out unless
Nope.
you ask. I probably will.
I thought it was cracked chili. Which is the good stuff.
Yeah. No, it's just my version of Cincinnati chili.
And Santori's meat. It's Santori's meat.
Yep. You're gonna have my meat.
Oh gosh.
Is what it is. We'll have hot dogs, we'll have buns, chili.
Any cheese?
No cheese. You can suffer.
What?
What?
Kidding.
Those are Detroit dogs then.
You're a Detroit dog.
Well, thank you.
It's tasty, I will say.
Yeah. Their pizza's good.
I got to put that back up there. I'm sorry.
There we go.
We pick it as a meat bowl. And it's not even factually correct anymore.
He's a fruit bowl.
There we go.
Kenny Pickett's a fruit.
Oh, the fruit pie. I gotta save that for a player soon. Fruit pie.
Dad, I want you to do a Lutherism.
Okay.
You don't want me doing Lutheranisms. I'm
Sure,
not doing it.
We all want you doing Lutheranisms, actually.
That time Tom came on the show and you compared Kenny Anderson to peanut butter jelly sandwich, I thought Tom was gonna be like, what?
I got
You
one
see
for
how
you.
bad my Lutheranisms are?
Nah, you're fine.
I got you. You
What is
ready? You ready?
Sure.
Stanford Jennings.
Stanford Jennings is trying to think of a dessert that you just don't have anymore. It's something that you had when you were younger and it was great.
It's a Gadoozy!
Butterscotch pudding. When I was a kid, I had butterscotch
What?
pudding, and I love butterscotch pudding. But it doesn't,
Yeah, man. Give me the peanut butter jelly, man.
when you had your butterscotch pudding, as Stanford's running down the sideline, scoring the touchdown in the Super Bowl, it was like butterscotch pudding to me. Something from the past, and I'll never forget the way it tasted.
It's a Gadoozy.
It's
I
not
never had butterscotch pudding, but
It's a Gadoozy!
Okay,
Better than butterscotch.
like I said, Lutheranisms are not for me.
I was going to ask if there's.
But this is rally around the natty.
I was going to say if there's anything grinding Bengal Dad's gears.
Well, I'm trying to stop my gears from grinding.
He's been
You know,
overtly
here's what
positive the
pisses me
last 2
off.
weeks.
Here's what pisses me off.
Uh-oh.
Watching all these other NFL games, which I'm trying to do just to get over the Joe Burrow. Just I can't get over the depression of losing Joe Burrow. I think we were cheated. That's how it feels. So I'm watching all these other teams that get to play, and their quarterbacks are healthy enough that they can get the job done. I see a wide open NFL where I think the Bengals could have taken control and won a Super Bowl. And now I feel cheated because Burrow braces himself for a fall and takes him out for the year. It just doesn't feel fair. That's what grinds my gears. I just feel cheated.
I don't blame
Now
you.
I'm depressed again. I'm going to go put a shirt on.
But Jake Browning might grease those gears and everything will be humming again.
He can
Right.
grease my gears. I'll tell you what.
Woo-wee.
Santori, you didn't talk about the one thing that you said was very
I
controversial.
don't like that you called me Santori. It's been
I
like
know.
2 years.
Then
It's been
how
like
about
2 years, and that feels weird.
shitless?
Yeah, shitless.
That's better.
It says shirtless.
That's not accurate though.
My son has made the observation that the play calling is completely different with Joe Burrow in the game versus Jake Browning. That Jake Browning is like a mad bomber, and he's pushing the ball downfield. When Burrow was in there, it's like check down Charlie.
So it was significantly more aggressive. And it wasn't just like run, pass, or check down, whatever. Burrow, I'm not going to call Burrow check down Charlie, but he does check down quite a bit. He gets rid of it fast. He's just not taking hits. It is what it is. I don't know if Zach Taylor's just throwing caution to the wind, if Joe is the one calling the plays at the line when everyone's getting mad at Zach, or what. But it's very, very different with Jake Browning, and it was significantly more aggressive. So is Zach calling a more aggressive play call for Jake? Or is Joe calling the plays that everybody's mad about? So, because nobody had an issue with the play calling when Jake Browning was in. Those first couple drives, we were like, okay, this is great. And they were going under center a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's something Joe doesn't do, and Jake Browning was under center.
So the entire offensive landscape changed as soon as Jake Browning came into what we were more anticipating the offense to look like.
Yeah.
Under center, bootlegs, deep passes. I mean, he threw a dime to Jamar Chase. He just got pushed out of bounds on the way down. It's interesting. If it's a lot more aggressive, I'm just going to have more and more questions. Like, why is it not this aggressive with Joe's in? Is Joe still that hurt, or is Joe calling the plays?
No, my opinion is it's Zach Taylor still trying to protect Joe Burrow.
It very well could be.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
Now, I have one other observation. I think this is a golden opportunity for the Bengals to do what I heard they were going to do at the beginning of the year and let Joe be more involved in play calling. Why would you let that happen now?
They kind of said that already. Very kind of like eased into that. Like, we're not sounding the alarms. He's not calling plays, but it was very much he's on the sideline and going to be involved.
Yeah,
I would let him get very involved in doing that, because eventually I think everybody would like to see him call plays like Peyton did.
It's amazing how your coughs don't make any noise.
I know, it's weird. It's like I'm making sure that they don't. It's odd.
I got a question for you guys.
No.
Did we just see Joe Burrow throw his final pass to T. Higgins, whatever the last time it was?
Yes.
You think so? I'm beginning to think. I know it's too early to talk about it, but
it's not.
I think it's his last one to T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd.
Oh,
I don't know about both, but then again,
I think it's both.
Boyd's market value is $12 million according to Spotrac. I'm not giving him a pay raise.
I would not give him $12 million. No.
He's making 10 now. He's not worth more than what he's making now. He's worth less.
No, absolutely.
So, I mean, if he wants to go somewhere like Jacksonville or somewhere that has a quarterback that is younger, that needs one more kind of security blanket, sure, they'll go pay him 8 to 10, whatever. But his Spotrac market was like 12 or 15 when I looked this week, and I just kind of laughed at it. No, no thanks. 15 is what DJ Reader is going to make. 15 is what Jonah Williams is going to make, and I would much rather have those two than a fourth option as a receiver. It's not that I don't like Tyler Boyd. He's been a fantastic receiver for us for the last 8 years or so. I think he's going to be one of those guys that has quietly put up a lot of numbers and might find himself into the Bengals Ring of Honor one day. He's been, when we drafted him, I said I thought he was going to be our version of TJ Hushmanzada. He's been everything of that.
Yes.
Tough guy, across the middle, catches everything. I mean, he's been that guy. But, you know, at some point, it's over. And his athleticism is slowing. When he gets in the open field, it looks like he's running half the speed of everybody else. And that's fine. You don't need to be fast. But then couple it with the last 2 weeks that he's had some pretty bad drops. Whatever that rumor was of him in the Duke Energy Center, don't know if that's true or not. But man, he's probably on his way out. And I don't like spending money at two positions when I've got two of them on the field. I call it a duality. That's just my phrase for it. If you've got two guys out there at the same position that start, edge, tackle, corner, safety, receiver, name it. There's a lot of positions where there's two of them. Pay one, draft one. Don't pay both. The only time I would consider paying both is offensive tackle, just because that's so damn important.
Yeah. Outside
of that, pay one, draft one.
Makes sense.
Fair enough.
And I don't want to put 45 to 50 million plus, honestly, close to 60 million between two receivers. Especially when T, love him, gets hurt a lot. As much as we talked about this the other day, I think on the phone, Greg, we were talking about guys that are replaceable. Love T to death.
Yes.
He's replaceable.
No.
Jamar, not so much. Jamar's one of those guys that is probably not very replaceable. You can find another 1,000-yard receiver because that's all T is. He's about 1,000 yards every year. He's a contested catch guy. He's not a run after the catch guy, which is something this offense is significantly lacking. He's not a speed guy, which is something this offense is significantly lacking.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me right now that if you had to pick between Jamar and T or Jamar and Marvin Harrison, just a pipe dream, that you wouldn't take Harrison right now.
Right. I mean, you get the 4 years on that.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just
well, according to Kieran Neighbors, I think he says is the best receiver. I like Neighbors.
Neighbors is great too. Yeah,
he's fine. He's fine.
No, I'm kidding. I'm sure Kieran thinks Marvin Harris is the best.
But it doesn't make fiscal sense, team building sense to retain T. It doesn't make fiscal sense, team building sense to retain Boyd. Quite frankly, it doesn't make that sense to retain B.J. Hill either.
Or Joe Mixon.
Are you comfortable giving Jonah Williams what Mike McGlinchey got?
I don't remember what McGlinchey got.
Like, was it $89 million or something? Or
over how long? I mean, that's.
I'd have to look up the.
That's a very arbitrary number without knowing the insides and outs.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you get what I'm saying. Would you be willing to pay? Like you said, your only exception is offensive tackles. I know we signed Orlando Brown, but my taking is, would you sign Jonah Williams to something not like necessarily like Orlando Brown, but comfortable, or like, you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I would. Jonah's been probably the most consistent offensive lineman we've had this year. He looks like a natural at right tackle. It's one of those things that we always say with offensive linemen. If you're not saying their name, it's a good thing. We haven't really said his name all year.
Right.
And Frank Pollock said it best. It was either this offseason or the previous. I want all of these guys to kind of be an afterthought. Because you don't want to think about them.
Speaking of Frank, have you guys lost your patience with Frank?
No.
A lot of people have and all that, but
What's Frank been given to work with?
Exactly. Well, I think people are mad at Frank because he's not, the players that have been drafted are not developing properly.
Who has he had that has been given a decent chance to develop?
Volson.
Okay, 4th round pick who was 24 years old and past his development age. Next.
Carmen.
Okay, everybody knew that was a shit show. That wasn't his pick. Next.
Yeah, that wasn't his pick. Yeah,
I think people would say he still needs to develop him.
Deontay Smith.
I can't. Okay, so a guy that's always hurt.
Yeah,
he can't make weight. I mean, it's you have to give them something to develop. This is not a situation where you're just finding diamonds in the rough and developing, clay muscle men out of mud. Like the conversation I had with Dad the other night was, someone said, oh, well, look at the quarterbacks the Bengals have always had. Okay, look at what round they were picked in. Boomer, 2nd. Andy, 2nd. Carson, 1st. Joe, 1st. Look at your receivers. Okay, Chad, 2nd. AJ Green, 1st. T. Higgins, 2nd. Jamar Chase, 1st. Look at your corners. First. They went on a run where they're all first-round picks forever. Look at your offensive linemen that you drafted. Carmen in the 2nd, which we knew was a bad idea from the start, and everybody else has been a day 3 pick. You can't ask a coach to just constantly have to develop day 3 picks. You just can't.
You have to give them something brought in on free agency.
They've been fine. Are you upset with how Karras has performed?
No, I think people are mad about Kappa. Kappa at one point was our best good offensive.
Kappa's had a bad 2 or 3 games. He's still one of the top 20 offensive linemen in all of football this year. By every metric you can measure. Not PFF grades. By pass blocking efficiency, pressures, sacks, hurries, quarterback hits, all of it.
I'm curious
he's top 20 in all of it. So if you're not mad at Karras, and you're not mad at Kappa, and you're not mad at Jonah, and you're not mad at Orlando Brown, signing draft pick, and you're mad at Volson, day 3 pick, and you're mad at Deontay Smith, day 3 pick, and you're mad at Adeniji, day 3 pick, there's a common trend here.
Mhm.
You have to give them something to develop. You
Yeah.
can teach all the guys all the technique and all the hand movement and placement and everything you want.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, give me some talent.
Yeah, it's right. I'm not disagreeing, but I'm just telling what the fans hear and all that and stuff. And no, I totally understand what you're saying. Like you say, you can't just rely on a bunch of day 3 picks. You got to give me some type of talent.
Yeah, and the guys that are playing well were talented.
No, I agree with you. I mean, people were telling me we didn't protect.
Now, here's the other thing. Do I like Frank Pollock's scheme? No, not at all. I do not like his scheme. That's more a Zach Taylor problem than it is a Frank Pollock problem. But even people that have worked with him and worked with Jim Turner and worked with, Paul Alexander, Frank is a good coach. But if you're asking him to coach for a certain scheme, you need to get players to fit the scheme. You need to get players that are talented. If you're just giving Frank Pollock, I don't care how damn good of a coach he is, if you give him a bunch of junk and say, make it work, it's not going to work. You go out and sign some guys and say, hey, they kind of fit, because that's the other thing. Kappa and Volson, very different types of players. Brown and Williams, very different types of players. You've got 2 different types of guards, 2 different types of tackles, and your center is actually a left guard playing out of position.
It's true.
So you've kind of got good players going square peg round hole, and then you're not giving him anything worthwhile on draft day, and everybody's mad at him. He's truly doing a good job with what he's got and what he's being asked to do. He's not being put in a great position by Zach, and the players that they have signed don't necessarily work with what Zach's trying to do. And that's the other thing. The last 3 years, we've changed our blocking scheme halfway through the year each time. I mean, last year we had the whole conversation of, we're going from zone to gap to back to zone to run blocking. And then this year it's, we only run block out of the fucking shotgun. And then 2-3 years ago you had Jim Turner. There's no consistency with what they're doing. And that's a Zach Taylor problem more than a Frank Pollock problem. And Tom, I know you absolutely hate our offensive line right now. You've posted 4 straight comments. I'm viewing Frank through rose-colored glasses. That's fine. I'm viewing Frank through the glasses of a coach, and I'm seeing what he's being asked to do, and it's not easy. If you brought Callahan over here with Zach, it would go the same exact way. And Callahan's the best offensive line coach of the NFL because Zach's having them do shit that isn't normal. Their pass protection is very, very weird, and their run blocking is not consistent. So I'm okay with Frank. I have more of a gripe with Zach's scheme. You also need to give him better players.
Fair enough.
And I've always said, always, and Dad, you can back me up on this, just buying players doesn't necessarily work. You've got to have guys grow up next to each other.
You got to have chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So what they've done to piecemeal it together by buying these guys, quick blanket, keeping them all together, they're one of 4 offensive lines in the entire NFL that all 5 guys have played every snap next to each other the whole year, which is insane, is a modern-day miracle. You need to start getting some better players. Go draft that left guard that actually works.
Yes.
You can't just getting 1 or 2 veterans. Fine. There's a reason why Jonah is progressing. As much as everybody goes, what's Frank Pollock done? Well, Jonah was dead in the water as a mediocre left tackle 2 years ago, and now he's one of the better right tackles in the NFL. Changed his position. Kept with the same scheme, kept with the same coach. Jonah has developed. Volson's developed as much as he can for a guy playing, quite frankly, out of position in a weird scheme and being an old draft pick who missed his development prime because he was in college at Division II. Karras is playing out.
What would Volson's position be?
He's built like a tackle.
Okay. That's what I was thinking too, because he's big.
Well, no, I looked up all the great guards are like 6'3", 6'4". I mean, he's 6 foot 6'7". I don't know any good 6 foot 6'7" guards. He should be playing. I just think he's too big for guard.
It's a leverage problem. That's why he gets bull rushed. That's why he gets thrown on his ass.
Yeah, they get underneath.
It's not easy to do. Length beats length. Height beats height. Okay, well, you've got a height in a mismatched position when he's in a length battle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's everything on that line is kind of like they've spent well on the line, which is really nice, but they've very much mixed and matched their way on the buffet line for that line, and none of it really makes sense. That's why it still struggles at times. It's not a cohesive, grown together, smooth scheme. It's we're going to try this, and then we're going to try this, and I'm just going to buy really talented players and see if it works. And it's like, that's not how you build an offensive line. But that's my rant for the day. And for those of you that love Parker and hate me, Parker thinks the same way. We've had multiple late night conversations about it.
Yeah. Parker, he's been straight up with Volson. He's a huge Volson fan, but he'll get on Volson when he has to at times. So.
Oh, for sure. He just gets on bad if it's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
straight up.
Guys, I'm being told I need to put the topper on the tree.
Uh-oh.
My tree's in a box.
By the way, I saw your pianos for sale. I'll give you $100 for it.
I offered $4.
Yep. You guys are close. Just keep working.
I missed a few zeros.
I can't afford it, man. I can't play piano.
Apparently, I can play chess. I've been killing that the last couple of days. I'm tearing it. I picked up a chess game on Xbox, and I haven't lost in a minute. I'm tearing it up.
You start betting online?
No. I'm not betting on my own ability.
All right, boys. I'm out of here.
Peace.
We'll see you Sunday.
See ya.
Yeah.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Probably a good place to end the show anyway, don't you think?
I need to bring cheese tomorrow.
Wait, you guys aren't spending Thanksgiving together, or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you said happy. Oh, okay. Oh, you're telling the viewers happy Thanksgiving. I thought you said
I'm telling you guys happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and we're bringing home that dub.
Except Pittsburgh.
Accurate.
In Baltimore.
And right into the stretch. Looking back and throws up the middle. Rose is on his way around. Picked up by Otis.
Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the
Pittsburgh sucks!
And right into the stretch. Looking back and throws up the middle. Rose is on his way around. Picked up by